Night beginning to fall over Southern California, but the lights are shining bright here at the spectacular SoFi Stadium in metropolitan Los Angeles. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the LA Chargers. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. Still going. One man to beat. And he will score. Touchdown, Chargers. So a heck of a start to this one. We haven't even gotten settled in already in the end zone on the opening kickoff.
And you know what happens, too? Now you got to translate what that means, because I think for the team who just scored, their defense, I think they'll be more aggressive now. They'll be bolder. They're playing with a lead and an early one and some momentum. So if you're the offensive coordinator on the other side of the field, you'd better be prepared for some heavy pressure coming your way. They're going to try and get another big score and a big one early.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that makes the score 7-0. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. A man who led the league in yards per carry last year, it's Khalil Herbert. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They'll take that, 14 yards on play number 1. Great beginning there under the bright lights of prime time.
Yeah, it takes you back to high school football on a Friday night, doesn't it? When you feel like every eye in the county is on you. In this case, every eye in prime time is on you.
On first down, right back to Herbert. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here we go. From the 43, here's second down and 5. Back to throw, Fields. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And Claypool going to have a Bears first down as he's across midfield to the 48. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Out of the gun, Fields. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tomlin. A huge play there for Chicago. 41 yards. First and goal, Chicago. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll run here with Herbert. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Khalil Herbert, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From his end zone, here's Darius Davis. And loose football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. tuck it away, take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. Down at the 25.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They're lined up losing 10 on the season, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the 1st down.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the 1st down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
2nd and 10. Herbert powering up the middle. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get him into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Moore. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Blankenship's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, had he opted for the touchback. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now the 7-year veteran, Austin Ekeler. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Well, we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
That is scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. They'll try to pick up the 1st with Ekeler. Powerful running. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a 1st down for L.A.
The way this game is going, the way that they possess the ball on the other side of the field, you go 3 and out here, you might not see the ball again until the 2nd quarter.
Here's a quick throw caught by Allen. They find some open field here. Down the sideline he goes. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on What'll be the final play of this first quarter? Charger football to start quarter number 2. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Herbert operating from the red zone, and this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
Here's Herbert. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Herbert. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to taking it right down Broadway. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively, because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball. But if the assignment gets mixed up, that's the end result.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
2nd and 10, Fields again. They'll set up the screen for Herbert. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves, then they might get hit with a screen. Maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step, and if you do that, that's a win for that play.
And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 45 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Fields. Throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That's good for 28 yards. Here we go. Now it's Fields. Boy, a dangerous throw there. Fortunate for him, it'll wind up incomplete.
And down here, 1st and goal, if it's not there, don't force it. You got at least 2, if not 3 more shots at it. So that's a wise move to get rid of it.
Looking to throw on 2nd down, Fields. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon. Touchdown, Bears! Robert Tunyon, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears had 6 to their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off, This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Herbert with a connection to Allen for a Charger first down. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
Herbert on first down now. Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Well, this hasn't really been a first half to remember on either side of the ball. But I think this kind of makes this an important drive. You'd love to get this back to a one-score game if you can. And that's good work there to get some yardage here and pick up the first down.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now it's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the Bears force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Fields going to get that out wide to Mooney. So just 3 yards on the completion there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
He's got a man, complete. Down to the 10. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney, 79 yards. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now Blankenship on for the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
go. Orange. Baylor tight. Nickel.
Herbert now. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Kyler Gordon picks it off. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it. And that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. On 4th down, Matt Araiza sent on to punt. And the rookie Darius Davis deep for the Chargers. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Final 12 seconds of the half now as they've got it 1st and 10.
Go.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. The final shot before the break for Herbert. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Inside the 20. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. Ebner going to elect to bring this out of the end zone here. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here we go,
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
54 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Herbert once more. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards in a Chicago first down.
Gain of 14. And the Bears first down.
Off play action. Fields on the move to his left. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
Well, they've certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
And now a hook up downfield on second down. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That goes for a gain of 31. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A handoff for Herbert. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Chargers' 13-yard line.
Here's Fields. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. Out there is Rodrigo Blankenship in the field goal unit. Blankenship's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Ram.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert. And this is incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Let's go. Hold the troops right.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on 2nd down. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first.
And you start to think if it's going to happen for these guys, it's got to start with this drive. Down 3 scores, they need to start making some inroads. And that'll help the cause there as they pick up good yardage and a 1st down.
Hey, Kappa. Hey, Ray.
Herbert off of play action. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Tyreek Stevenson picks it off. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And they'll begin by running the option. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. He'll pick up 7 there on the 1st down keeper. Now 2nd and 3.
brings up 2nd and 3.
A quick throw out wide to Mooney. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
3rd down and 1. They'll run with Herbert. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 89 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They'll go again with Herbert. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Give all that credit defensively to Khalil Mack. A great stop in the backfield. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. A shotgun snap. Fields escaping the pressure right. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play. One that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
Out there is Rodrigo Blankenship in the field goal unit. And that hits off the left upright, and it caroms away no good. And they will not be able to add on to their 20-point lead. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound, Brandon, no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
The Charger drive about to get going. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast.
Here's 2nd and 10. Play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. They're going to hurry back to the line now. 3rd and long. It's Herbert. And he's caught. He's across midfield. Now inside the 25. Keenan Allen. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen. His first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Partner, you know the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it. That's caught at the 1. And he's going to get in for the 2 points. And that'll make this a 10-point game. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. Ebner going to elect to bring this out of the end zone here. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've been pretty anemic on this side of the football in the second half, just 3 points, and you just saw the touchdown go the other way. So it's a 2-score game. We're not done here yet.
I think everyone's on the edge of their seats now because they're anticipating what's coming, and I sense that everyone in the stadium knows they need to keep it on the ground. So if you're going to do that, hope the quarterback is stretched a little bit. Some bootlegs, right? Some fakes inside, getting out to the perimeter. Those might be open for him.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Critical this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position.
Baylor Tiger! Baylor Tiger!
On 1st and 10, Herbert. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And the Bears are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. One play action. Fields. He's going to look deep for more. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Chicago. DJ Moore, 52 yards. And the Bears are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
5-9, 5-9.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Herbert. And that is incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44, and the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Now Herbert to start the drive. It's been a dominant performance to this point, Charles, and this is probably exactly how they scripted this and envisioned it. They got a 3-score lead, 4th quarter, and a chance if they want to continue to pour it on here.
It is their call, isn't it? I mean, the way that they have taken on this game and the way that they have carried this game and have dominated this game, you're exactly right. Do what you want down the stretch. We are in the era of, hey, if you don't want us to do this to you, then you need to stop us. Their call to finish this one off.
From the 50, here's Fields. He's going to float this one deep right side. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And this will get inside the 20 and be touchdown just outside of the 15-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw going to be caught by Davis. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
Chargers first down.
Herbert on first down now. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep it.
There he goes, left side. Down to the 10. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. Herbert back to the air. Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Chargers get a bit closer. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And, you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
And he's going to get in. So they're back within 11. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is. And I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Here's 1st and 10. Herbert to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That was one they needed to connect on. They're down, but not quite out. So you have to figure, with under 2 minutes to play, they need to hit on something in very short order.
Herbert's this throw taken in by Johnston. Now the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
A 2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly, a must. It's 1st and 10.
Crowd right. Ready.
Herbert. He sets to fire deep. And this is caught. Touchdown. A great play there. 48 yards. And the Chargers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. There's certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion. They're going to try and run, but he will not get in here. He stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game. So they got one of the 2 touchdowns they needed. Now for the onside kick. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3 and out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
Fields. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
See, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe he didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
That 4th quarter, maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he takes a shot at the release as this will be incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to
back to throw. Fields. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Fields. Flushed out right. Keeps him together. Can't get it through. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the save. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down. All eyes on Fields. Targeting Moore, he's got him on the crossing pattern. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. Now Fields. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he's been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They stopped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, a run with Herbert. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Blankenship out for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. Herbert going to throw. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Kyler Gordon picks it off. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And he is going to have the Bears first, and that should be the capper. It'll go as a gain of 12, and that should just about wrap this one up. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for the Bears, they improved to 5-3 as they approach the halfway point of this 17-game schedule. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.